Hey everybody, Randy Patterson here with Boomerocity. And for this week's episode, I'm reaching back into the super secret Boomerocity vaults of interviews here, so to speak. I'm going back 5 years. And 5 years ago, I got to interview Mick Jones, the co-founder of Foreigner, who was just inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I thought it might be a good time to pull the audio out and have it scrubbed. And the guy that does the post production for me at this time is Mike McClellan, and he has scrubbed the audio for me. And we've put it up against a slideshow because back then, 5 years ago, I wasn't doing Zoom calls and I was only transcribing the audio and giving you written versions of the interview. But now in this newfangled time, I thought you might want to actually hear Mick's voice as he talks. And to give you a little bit of background, right after the interview, Foreigner was performing in Nashville, where I was living and working at the time. And they were going to be performing with the city's symphony and chorale. And wow, was that a phenomenal show. Probably one of the best concerts I ever went to. Mick was there, got my picture taken with him, as you can see here. And it was one of those performances for the ages. And you can hear something similar to that performance with their recording both on CD and DVD with the 21st Century Symphony and Chorale out of Switzerland. You can find that on wherever you buy your music from or stream it from. Phenomenal recording. I encourage you to listen to it. But right now, this is the audio set to a slideshow of my interview 5 years ago with the great and legendary Mick Jones. So if you don't mind while you're listening to it, go ahead and hit like and subscribe if you haven't already started subscribing to this channel. And also, if you don't mind, share it with your friends and ask them to do the same, because that's what helps us do what we do here. So without any further ado, here is my interview from 5 years ago with the legendary Mick Jones of Foreigner. Until next time, this is Randy Patterson with Boomerocity. Take care.
Wow, is that Randy?
Yes, sir, it sure is. It's an honor to finally be able to chat with you. And I've watched some of the video of the Lucerne performance with the 21st Century Orchestra, and wow, what a show that was. I guess my first question tied to that is, have you ever performed with the Nashville Symphony or in the Schermerhorn Symphony Hall before?
No, we've actually done a couple of shows there. It's going to be a couple of years back. It was pretty much new at the time. Remember the sound being excellent in there. Mm-hmm. We got a lot of compliments on the sound. We were very happy. And I can only imagine how the orchestra and there's a pretty big choir going to be involved too.
Oh, wow.
So we'll see how all that swirls around. But I think it's a great place to stage a concert like this, and we're pumped, ready to go.
Well, it is a great venue. The last thing I saw there was the James Burton fundraiser, where they had a whole bunch of stars there, and probably the highlight was seeing Joe Walsh and Brian May play together. They did some, yeah, they did Rocky Mountain Way, and my goodness, they brought the house down. So you guys will, I think you guys will bring it down with the symphony there and the choir as well. So that's going to be good. Now, have you played in Greenville before at the Niswanger?
I think we have, yeah. I'm pretty sure we have. Sometimes I recognize the city, but not the name.
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
That's a good venue. I saw Steve Lukather there with Toto last year, and the acoustics are good stage. You guys will enjoy that one as well. That's a good place to play. But well, what can
we have it being for a few days?
Just watch out for the moonshine, my friend.
Okay.
Or at least get good moonshine. So what can fans expect from the shows like the Nashville show, as well as the non-orchestral shows during this tour?
Well, we've been touring. We took it easy last year, or the year that's currently going to be a new year. We did that last year, and it was sort of fairly. It was just kind of a sparse sort of itinerary. We didn't do the major markets so much, and this year we're doing nothing but. So we've got a big tour of Europe coming up. Big actually. We're going to several countries. We're playing the O2 in London.
Wow.
And as far as more regular type shows, we've got a pretty loaded schedule for the rest of the year. And we're really looking forward to it. I think we needed to take the time off, just to refresh. And really, I think from the view of the audience, we've done 2 or 3 major summer tours and amphitheater tours this last few years. And so we kind of went through a little bit, then and this is the comeback. So as far as the shows are concerned themselves, it's been kind of quite a learning experience working with the orchestra, and I've worked very closely with the arranger and actually the master cellist. His name is Dave Egger, and we've worked together on the arrangements, and just from time to time we get together and just refresh them, and it's worked remarkably well, going to these cities and plucking from the local swing sections and the local, sometimes colleges, schools. And it's worked really well. We did a whole tour of Australia 18 months ago, and we kind of employed school orchestra, college orchestras. They were really good. They were very talented, and that sort of helps also bring a communal kind of thing back into it. It was all really good. So we've been lucky, and we've had great orchestras wherever we played, pretty much. And it's a new deal, Florida, and not that we're going to go that way completely. We're still going to be the rock band, But from time to time, we like to throw these shows, and we have fun doing them.
Well, I'm looking forward to catching. I'm hoping to be able to make the show. I'd like to catch the first one if I can, because you're going to be here 3 nights. So I'm going to see if I can pick up a couple of tickets for that. But
yeah.
What I was wanting to ask you, though, too, is kind of stepping back away from the orchestra bit of it, and just, your work, the genre of classic rock in general. It really does. The genre seems to stand so incredibly well on its own. And, you and your band have, it's been said you guys have sold over 80 million records. So what do you chalk it all up to as to why? What makes I'll just call it our music, playing vicariously through you. I play a mean air guitar. So, but what do you chalk it up to that makes it stand so well and stand the test of time?
Well, I think obviously the songs have a fair amount to do with it. I think the artistry, perhaps, the band has an identity musically. We were never a band to go out and be individual personalities so much as being a band, and always I think we've managed to keep up a standard, the quality in the songwriting and also in the performance, and now with the lineup as it is, and with Kelly Hansen, we've expanded to a very exciting kind of stage live show, and it's just remarkable, with the recognition we still have, and you see younger folk in the crowd, and they're singing the words of the songs, even younger, 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
And, it's like, Jesus, what's going on here? And it's great. It's very gratifying. There is a somehow, I never thought I'd be doing doing this at this time in my life, but I'm very grateful that I've been allowed to follow this dream and still doing it. Still having a ball, and the fact that the band, I think you'll probably see if you haven't seen it for a while, the band is really in tip-top shape, and it's a great show. It's very exciting, and so we've sort of completed what I've envisaged as originally as the band of my dreams, in other words. So as opposed to feeling tired or exhausted, I'm feeling like refreshed and full of confidence. So and the band is just super, and everybody is really dedicated to it, and the chemistry is great. It's just very refreshing in so many different ways, and now we're able to, as the stage show is so powerful. It's also opened up a bigger audience again for us. So that's a good thing, and it's nice to play in the big places again. So
Yes.
yeah.
Well, I've seen you in, I think you were with the band when they played Dallas 7 years ago. I thought you have the amphitheater there. And then you were not with them when they played in Knoxville, I don't know, 3 years ago, 3 4 years ago. And so you weren't on that tour that time. But each time, though, was fantastic. I'm hoping, like I said, to be able to catch you guys this time next month for one of the three shows. But two more questions for you, because I know we've just got a few more minutes. I want to be respectful of your time. So I'll give you both questions, and you can gauge the timing on how you answer them there. First of all, the first one is a kind of a two-part question. Do you think the music business is broken? And if so, if you were made the music czar, what would you do to fix it? And then I know this last one you've been probably asked at least a couple million times, and that is, when you step off the tour bus of life up at the great gig in the sky, how do you hope to be remembered, and what do you hope your legacy will be?
Okay, let's do the last one first.
Okay.
Well, whenever that day comes, and I hope it's a long way off.
Me too.
I'm having too much fun, but it inevitably will, and obviously, I'd like to be remembered as a decent guy, and somebody who had a bit of a clue about writing songs, and having brought a few classic songs and put them in the in wherever they're stored up there, and songs that have actually reached people and have had an emotional effect on them, or have been of some help during dark times and happy times too. So I just feel that I've just been very fortunate to be able to do that, to be able to express myself and be successful at it too.
Good deal. And the music business.
That's right. Yeah. Well, the music business is almost like it's gone back to the beginning, with singles, pretty much, people concentrate on singles more than they do on albums these days.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the general quality suffers a bit because, the career building is very much different these days and very much more difficult. It's a jungle out there, really, and it's sort of out of control in a way. Like everybody's got some way of recording something and putting it down on and there's just so many people and so much, product out there. A lot which is good. There's some cool bands around, and in as much as that goes, I think the thing is you don't have qualified people in the record companies who the old meaning of A&R was arranging and recording,
Mm-hmm.
and there aren't that many people who really have the experience or the know-how to make great records. And I don't think it's a shortage of musicians. I think it's just a shortage of teachers or people to the up and coming musicians can work, or be influenced by to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as a solution, I don't know. It's become a very greedy business, like a lot of things have in this day and age, and it's all money motivated. Not that it was not before, but it's so stifling for kids who want to get a record contract and discover that they have to give half their life away to do that. It's a little obscene, I think, and but it's as I say, there aren't enough people with the wisdom and the savvy to be able to nurture the artists and really advise them in a useful way.
I agree. There's a book that's out that you might be interested in, Mick. I mean, not that you need any insight into the music business, but it'd be interesting to someday hear your opinion of it. And it's a book that just came out a couple months ago called Rockonomics, and it was written by an economist that had served under Obama and Clinton. Yeah, the book came out in June, and unfortunately, he killed himself in March. So I was hoping to be able to interview him. But the book is amazing, and so if you read it, I'd sure love to talk to you about it sometime just to get your thoughts on it. But anyway, I appreciate you making the time to talk to me, Mick. It's been a huge thrill for me, and like I said, I hope to be able to catch your show in next month with the symphony here, and maybe if I can, maybe I can swing by and shake your hand and thank you for meeting with me.
Absolutely.
And but listen, you have a good rest of the day, and we will see you next month.
Okay, man. Thanks very much.
Take care.
And hopefully we'll see you there.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Bye for now.